We are just about ready for the kickoff here at Bailey Field. Santa Rosa Junior College will be kicking it away, so Contra Costa will get their hands on the football first today. Andrew Monroe was the kicker for Santa Rosa. He's got to come out of a little wet spot right there and hit it at about the 35-yard line. It will make it very interesting. Dropping back deep is Rodney Washington for Contra Costa. Also Levon Washington, and it looks like it's going to be Levon that takes it at the 15-yard line. He's coming to the middle of the field looking for blocking, and look out, he's in the open field. Only 2 Bear Cubs back, and he goes down. He was taken down by Chase Griffey. Nice open field tackle, because after that it was the kicker, and he's a soccer guy, so that would have made things very interesting. So Levon Washington, and it looks like it's
that's not who you want making the stop. Thank God he got the stop for them and
coming to the middle of the
kicker
field looking for blocking, and look out, he's in the open field. Only 2 Bear Cubs back.
So Contra Costa, their quarterback's very good, a very talented guy, Cameron Burston. He's thrown for 1,123 yards this year, over 220 yards a game, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Good size, good strength. He's a guy that you definitely worry about in weather like this because he can make things happen.
Yeah, he can make it happen with his arm, with his feet. This rain won't impact him as much as perhaps it will Mitch Hood.
First play from scrimmage, they spotted at the 45-yard line, so decent field position. Puddling definitely happening on the field in several areas. And last time the Bear Cubs had a situation like this, they were actually playing at home against Foothill a few years ago in weather like this. Here comes the fly sweep, and a little bit of room for Willie Williams as he gets out past the 50-yard line, or just short of the 50-yard line, a gain of 4. They were playing Foothill at the time. Foothill was ranked #1 in the state, and it was raining extremely hard. Well, the ball got pinned down on the Foothill side. Foothill fumbled several times, and it was 48-0 at halftime. Santa Rosa, the weather cleared up, but Foothill never recovered.
Yeah, that's a tough one to come back from.
2nd down and 6 now as Williams on the fly sweep carries for 4 yards on 1st down. They average about 160 yards a game on the ground. They score about 28.6 points per game. Another man in motion. A little bit of a mix-up in the backfield, and Burston's going to try to make something happen himself. He breaks a couple tackles, spins, and he gets buried back at the 40-yard line. It's a loss of 9 yards. Big hit. Pelliati comes up and makes the hit that time. Presley Pelliati, we saw him score a touchdown a few weeks ago on a fumble recovery, and boy, did he mop that one up nicely.
Yeah, he's got both tackles so far. He's a ball player. He's all over the field.
So that's going to make it 3rd and about 14 yards to go. End up actually losing 8 on that play. So Bear Cubs defense with a chance to get their offense on the field if they can make something happen right here. Burston hands off. Bouncing to the outside is Morel Robinson, and he gets a yard, maybe 2, and that's it. So Contra Costa 3 and out unless they decide to go for it right here on 4th down. We'll see. A lot of action going on around the state. You caught up on all that as the day goes on. It was a big night in high school football last night in the Redwood Empire, especially the game you were involved in, John. What a comeback for Casa Grande, down 30-7, and they won it 36-33 in overtime. Congratulations, Coach.
Yeah, no, that was a good job by our kids for staying in there. And
Janara James drops back deep to receive the punt. Good snap. Kicking game is going to be an adventure. Off the side of the foot. Bounces, gets a very nice Contra Costa bounce, and then stops dead in a puddle. Yeah, it's wet. Ball was floating right there on top of the puddle. So Mitch Hood and the Santa Rosa Junior College offense will take over. Yeah, Mitch has definitely been improving. They've scored a lot of points in their last couple of games. And that was the question mark. We knew the defense was solid. They were shutting people out. They were shutting people down. But would the offense catch up? And they have the last couple of weeks. 1st and 10. James is the running back. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Ball right in the middle of the field, right near that puddle at the 30-yard line. Hood is going to hand it off to James. James tries to slide left through, and he doesn't get very far. Big fella right there. Elijah Parks, 6'3", 315-pound freshman out of Fresno. as James gains about 2 yards on his first carry.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of man coverage with Contra Costa. They're going to show different blitzes, call guys off. They got one high here.
James has averaged 57.4 yards per game. Bear Cubs have run for 113 yards per game, passed for 280. Hood to throw, setting up a screen to James. He's got it in space at the 35. Gets out near the first down at the 40 as he managed to stay on his feet. Justin Nils makes the tackle for the Comets, but it's the first down of the ball game as the Bear Cubs run the screenplay beautifully.
Yeah, it's a great call. Setting up screen here. You know they're going to be aggressive coming at you. Eric's just going to slip through, get a great gain for the first down, keep the sticks moving in this weather.
James spinning and diving. Here he comes straight ahead. Nice hole. James fumbles the football, but it looks like the Bear Cubs have recovered it at the 47-yard line. One of the wide receivers was right there, and he managed to drop on that. Ben Putnam, he's like, oh, there's the football. I might as well grab that, and it's a gain of 7 for James.
Yeah, that's not going to be the only one we see on the ground, and you can't be hard on these guys for fumbling the ball, how wet this is.
Bear Cubs have averaged 30 points per game on the ground. Their defense has only given up 11.4 points per game this year. Here comes James looking for the first down, and he'll get it as he bounces to the outside and gets down inside Contra Costa territory. Arthur Hayes makes the tackle at the 46-yard line, but it's a gain of 7 yards and a first down again.
Yep, keep it moving. Here Cubs no huddling. Keep Contra Costa's 11 on the field. Not very deep for a junior college football team.
First and 10 for the Bear Cubs now at the 45. He got a good spot on that of Contra Costa. Good to throw. Looking deep, Kerr Johnson. And the ball a little underthrown, and neither guy can get it. It's going to be tough to throw deep today with the slippery football.
Yeah.
Troy Hurd was on coverage that time for Contra Costa. Kerr Johnson trying to get by him. And it looks like we may have a penalty marker down. We do on the far side. Personal foul against the Bear Cubs. That's not good. That's going to back up Santa Rosa. First penalty of the day. And it's going to be a 15-yarder. Wow, all the way back to their own 40-yard line.
Right, those are tough, especially in this weather. Like we're talking about trying to move the ball. Now you go down, you're 25 yards away from getting another first down. And it's difficult to throw the ball in this weather.
So first and a whole bunch. About 25 yards to go. Hood rolling and ends up just kind of throwing that one away. There wasn't really anybody there.
Yeah, I think he's just getting rid of it. Not a bad call.
Yeah, turnovers can be deadly in weather like this. See what happens.
Yeah, sometimes when you get into a position like this, in this type of weather, you're just playing for field position. Try to grind it out a little bit, punt it away, pin them.
So second and 25 now. Hood looking to throw. And that one's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Dante Clary got a hand up on that one as it was intended for Putnam, and Contra Costa getting some good surge up there on the line. Third and 25 now.
Yeah. Not surprised. We'll probably see a screen or draw here, something to be safe.
So a rough start for the offenses. Actually, Santa Rosa was moving the ball pretty effectively, but the penalty killed them. 10:47 to go here in the first quarter. Little pump fake, looking deep. Kerr Johnson has a step. He's got the football down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Nice job to hang on to the wet balls. They pick up 28 yards and a first down.
That was a great call. Taking shots. Yeah, I like the call here. Going deep shows you what I know.
Third first down of the ball game is Kerr Johnson. Comes down. We saw that exact same play run for a touchdown a few weeks ago here live on YSN365.com. Continuing to rain. Big puddles down there. James off the left side, and he's not going to get much there. Never really got his momentum going. And Chandler Gums, who's out of Stellar Prep, comes up and makes the tackle.
Yeah. Some great athletes at Stellar Prep. I didn't realize Gums was at Contra Costa.
Loss of a yard on that one for James. 2nd and 11. James on a screen, down inside the 30, still digging, and he's going to be close to a first down as he got near the 20-yard line.
I have not seen this field this wet ever.
So it is a first down. They pick up 12 more yards. Yeah, it's not looking good. I've actually played back in high school. A lot of teams used to use this, and we played on a Saturday afternoon game here after a Friday night rain game. Even though it was sunny on Saturday afternoon, there was about 6 inches of mud all over the field. It was crazy. So James with his 2nd catch, looking into the end zone. Gaspar, the intended receiver. That's incomplete. 3 for 7, 48 yards thus far.
Interesting call here. They're having a lot of success with screen. They're being safe with it.
Second and 10 now for the Bear Cubs as they march it down the field, trying to put points on the board on their opening possession. James still in the backfield. Balanced formation here for Santa Rosa. Ball right in the middle of the field, and Hood is going to throw. Looking, finding the crossing pattern, and it is complete somehow as Beltran hangs on to that and slides to a stop.
Yeah, they're finding success. Mitch is staying in there, getting the right receiver, and moving the chains a little bit, or moving the down marker a bit, getting closer and closer to some points.
Beltran's had a very good year for the Bear Cubs. Now 3rd and 5, probably 4-down territory. I don't think you're going to try many long field goals today. And they're looking for 6 right here. Kurt Johnson in the end zone. It's underthrown and incomplete. The defender had a real good shot at that. Tyshawn Gaines out of Fremont High School in Oakland, and it's incomplete.
In wet weather. Yeah, in wet weather, you're not that guy's going to make that play.
4th down.
Let's see if they're going to go here.
Might try field goal. Here
Yeah,
comes Andros Pedros. It's going to be a 32-yarder. Beltran is the holder. It's a pretty good spot to try right here. It's pretty dry right there, John.
That might be the driest spot on the field, besides out at the numbers.
So the Bear Cubs are going to try and put 3 on the board here. And he got a hold of that one. Did he get it through?
He got it.
Yes, he did. How about that? A 3-pointer. And the Bear Cubs take the lead with 8:53 to go. 3-0 Santa Rosa.
And that's huge. You got to get to points when you can get them, especially in this weather.
Today's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Don Jump, bringing you 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valleys. She would like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Dawn online at dawn@dawnjump.net for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. One of the best athletes ever to come out of Santa Rosa Junior College, Dawn Jump. She prepped at Montgomery back in, I think she graduated in 79 or 80, and she was a great softball player, basketball player, volleyball player in high school. She focused on basketball here, played for Karen Frenchie, and she was dominant. She's in the Hall of Fame here at Santa Rosa Junior College. So Santa Rosa will kick it off now, leading 3-0. As Andros Pedros says, weather? What weather? I got this.
Yeah, he had no problem hitting that one.
Andros Pedrosa having a very good year, as dropping back deep is Levon Washington. And Willie Williams trying to receive this kickoff. Imagine the Benjamin brothers are excited about today's game. They're out of El Cerrito High School, the great defensive backs for Santa Rosa, as Williams bobbles it at the 15. Now he's heading to the middle of the field, breaks a tackle. Guys are sliding all over the place. And look out, Williams gets around the corner. He's pushed from behind finally as Whitney Joseph pushes him out of bounds. See, it's really funny to watch guys slide like that. It's like being on a slip and slide, basically.
Yeah, this is fun. These guys are loving every minute of this right now. They don't get a chance to do this in practice. They do practice on turf, so when they get a chance to get out in the mud, everybody takes advantage of it.
So here we go. First down for Contra Costa, their second possession. Cameron Burston, their quarterback. 15 touchdowns on the year, 5 interceptions. And here we go. Burston hands it off this time to Morel Robinson, and he's not going to get much as the Bear Cubs pin their ears back. Contra Costa hasn't shown the ability or even the interest in throwing the football so far, John, and right now the Bear Cubs are packing everybody into the box.
Yeah, and in warm-ups, he was throwing the ball great, and the thing is that his receivers weren't having much success. So I would expect this quarterback, he's going to take this team and put it on his shoulders here shortly if they can't get yardage.
Burston is out of stellar prep, a 6'4", 185-pound sophomore. Second down and 13 now with 8:07 to go. Burston takes the snap, and it goes right through his hands. Burston has to fall on it back at the 19-yard line as they lose 12 yards on that play.
Yeah, talk about a hole.
Very difficult.
Yeah. And they're in the wettest spot of the field prior to that snap. Puddle after puddle up and down the middle of this field.
Third and a bunch now. 3rd and 23, under 8 minutes to go. We are in the first quarter. Burston looking to throw. He's going to set up a screen. Gets it to Robinson, and Robinson is tripped up. Piliotti makes the tackle just across the 20-yard line. Very nice play. They got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Going to get him in the position Dante DePaul wants him in. 3rd and long. They got to try to make a play, and the Bear Cubs come out on top.
Pickup of 3 on that, so it's going to be another punt. Punters aren't real happy about this. Ronald Ragland out of Fremont High School in Oakland will do the honors. Left-footed punter. Not that that matters in this weather, but you can see he's got his hands in some kind of a pocket area that he has. And it's got to be tough because those guys aren't running around the field. You know, they're standing there waiting for their opportunity and can get a little cold. High snap, but he handles it well. Decent kick off the side of the foot. Takes a splash landing at the 50 and rolls to the 44. Decent field position for Santa Rosa.
Yeah, it's great field position for them to start in. They need to march down and go up by 2 scores here.
Here comes the Santa Rosa Junior College offense. After a successful scoring drive on their first possession. Weather is supposed to let up later on. We are hoping sooner rather than later. The challenge for us was getting our cameras set up in this weather, and that wasn't easy. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Here comes James straight ahead, pushing the pile forward. Nice job by the offensive line as he ends up only getting a couple yards, but he was hit behind the line of scrimmage. Leading the way that time blocking was Jalen Soto out of Will C. Wood High School in Vacaville. James did a nice job just to get a couple out of that. He's got 17 yards on 5 carries.
Yeah, I know that's something this offensive line wants to get going.
2nd and 8. Looks like Zach Smith is now in the backfield. Kurt Johnson's going to throw. Mitch Hood looking deep for Kurt Johnson, and he threw it a little over his head. Johnson trying to make that cut and get loose down the sideline. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't think Johnson was going to throw to him. He kind of slowed up in the route, maybe try to make a move to make the defender stop.
So it's going to be 3rd and 8. .550 to go. Hood takes the snap. Has a man wide open out in the outside. It's Putnam at the 40. Putnam down inside the 35 and slides down inside the 30-yard line. Now they're going to spot him out at the 33-yard line, so he picks up 13 yards.
Yeah, it's a great call here. He
Nice
just kind of slips right by number 1, Arthur Hayes.
Love the slide stop. Finally, he hit that long jump running lane over there, which is the synthetic stuff, and he came to a stop there. Here comes Zach Smith straight ahead, and he dives up over the top near the 31-yard line. They've used a lot of different backs this year. Jay Ferguson, who averages 32 yards a game. Smith has carried quite a bit. And Logan Francavilla is back in action. He's played 2 games now for Santa Rosa. He was injured at the beginning of the year out of Montgomery, so they're glad to have him back too.
Yeah, no, he's a great player. Glad to see him back on the field.
2nd and 8 for the Bear Cubs. A lot of umbrellas in the stands today. Hood looking deep down the middle, thrown a little high and putting them. Couldn't hang on to that, and boy, that's a dangerous place to be trying to catch a long ball over the middle.
Yeah. Take a look. There's quite a few people here today, for being the weather it is.
Yeah, we see their umbrellas. We're kind of up in the Larry Bertolini press box looking over, but yeah, some people have definitely ventured out here. Kind of nice to have a lot of people watching the game as well. Zach Hugh is in at quarterback right now for the Bear Cubs. And Hugh hands it off to Zach Smith. Not much there. Hugh, a 5'11", 195-pounder out of Fortuna High School, taking the snaps right here.
Well, interesting.
Now here comes Mitch Hood back in the game.
Yeah, here comes Mitch. I saw Zach warming up in the pregame, so I don't know if that was a plan, get him some plays to, dry hands on a 3rd down. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I know Tyler Okiam on the roster, played for me at Pioneer. He's from Guam, used to playing in weather like this.
Yeah, that might be an option.
Yeah.
Fakes the handoff to Smith. Hood throws it in and out of the hands of Beltran, thrown a little high. Somebody's helmet went flying. It's going to be 4th down. Looks like the punt team's coming on, unless you're going to try a 50-yard field goal. I don't think that's going to be the case. Oh, that was 4th down, so they're gonna change. Yeah, sorry about that. Not a punting situation. The defense is coming on the field because that was a 4th down that they did not convert on. Los Medanos over Yuba College today, 27-21. Antelope Valley 38, Citrus 30. That's a final. Butte 39, Feather River 7. San Mateo got it going today, 52-14 over De Anza. That's a team that is in this Bay 6 conference. Our live scoring updates presented by Dawn Jump, State Farm Insurance. Here we go. 1st down for Contra Costa now, going the other way after the change of possession. Burston slips, stays on his feet, however, and picks up a 1st down somehow. Tuefa knocked him out of bounds. Not easy to keep his feet right down. He looked like he was running on ice that time.
Yeah, he did. He really did, actually. He got a great block from Tyrone. What number was this guy? Tyrone Morgan, 19. We're not going to see the replay here, but it's the reason he got a 1st down. Receiver looked back, cracked on him, and opened it up a little bit more.
First down for Contra Costa, and they needed it. Swing pass. That could be a fumble. I don't know. It's picked up wisely. They are calling that a fumble. Tyrone Morgan has it, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but it wasn't easy to do, and Contra Costa's lucky that wasn't turned over.
Yep.
You can see this was definitely a lateral. It was thrown behind him. Well, it's close. Yeah, definitely it is behind the quarterback.
Yeah, it's close. You're right, but it was behind.
Not sure what Stelzner had a hold of right there, but it pulled him off of his waist. Might have been his belt or something, but it broke. Winding down this 1st quarter. 2nd and 10. He did get back to the line of scrimmage. Good job by him to pick up the football, not take any chances. Burston launching it deep, showing his arm strength, and it's almost intercepted, but it falls incomplete. Keith Benjamin out of El Cerrito. Imagine he has a lot of friends on the other side of the field, guys that played at El Cerrito in high school and guys that he knows growing up in the area of Contra Costa College, which is right there in the East Bay.
Right, when you look down this roster from Contra Costa, you see Richmond, Albany, El Cerrito, all right there within that area. These guys know each other. They've played with each other, played against each other. And, I was talking to Dante before the game after this play.
Burston to throw here on 3rd down. Finally gets it back over the middle and incomplete. And there's a penalty marker down in the backfield. Perhaps a hold. A couple flags, actually. See what they come up with here. Holding. It's Contra Costa. Imagine that will be declined. It is, and Contra Costa will have to punt.
Back to, I was talking to Dante and Lenny before this game, talking about how important it is when you play teams from this area, recruiting-wise. You know, you have kids on your roster from the East Bay, and you play against the East Bay team, especially on this great campus. It's an opportunity to flash your program, flash how well you guys are doing, and see that maybe the little brothers of these guys may take a look and say, hey, I may want to go to Santa Rosa. And I think that's huge, and that's why it's important to get big wins over teams like this.
James has moved way up this time as the punter gets ready to kick this away. Low snap this time, handled pretty well, end-over-end kick. Takes a splash landing again. It trickles down to the 33-yard line. That's where the Bearcats will take back over. 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. Only score is a field goal by Andros Pedroza. Not surprised. I didn't think we'd see a lot. Rancho Cotati on Friday night beat Ukiah 55-7. Windsor 50. Santa Rosa 26. Cardinal Newman 50. Montgomery 7. Casa Grande, we mentioned that earlier, 36-33 over Creo in overtime. Petaluma Trojans 53. Hillsburg 0. Our graphics coordinator, Michael Barabal, very happy about that. El Molino 47, LC Allen 18, Annalee 55, Sonoma Valley 0, all on Friday nights. Friday night lights games going on last night. Here comes the handoff straight ahead. It is Jay Ferguson now in the backfield, and he lost a yard, maybe even two. Back at the 32-yard line. Hope to be able to run the football and get some guys rolling in space, but so far it's been tough for the Bearcats. Although James did have a couple nice runs on their first possession.
Yeah, you know, they're changing it up. That's not a bad idea. You know, get some new blood out there.
Second and 12 now from the 31-yard line. Hood rolling out. He's got a man open, thrown high. He's got it. Reached up and grabbed that. He's knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. But it's a pickup of 14 yards and a first down. He was wide open.
Yeah, it's the same play. They just ran it back this side now towards their sideline. Mitch does a good job identifying he's open. Great job getting the catch behind him.
Yeah, he had to go up and get that one, and he did. So 5 first downs now for Santa Rosa. They lead it 3-0. Marching close to midfield now. Hood with a little pump fake. Dumps off the screen. James has some blocking. Breaks a tackle at the 50. Little shake and bake. And he dives to the 39-yard line. Nice move. Tyshawn Gaines brought him down, but not until he picks up 14 yards and another first down.
I saw Petey Perrick take a little slide here. We're going to see on the replay. Throwing his body into the defender to get a block. There he is. A lot of water coming up off that field. It's like being a kid again.
Some guys really like playing in this weather. Hood never got the snap that time, and I believe he ended up diving on it himself. Got close to the line of scrimmage on that too somehow.
I'm not sure what the complaint is here. They're saying that there may have been interference.
The Bearcats are very upset about something on the sideline. I'm not sure why.
They're saying they
interfered with the snap.
With the snap, yeah.
And they're working the official really hard right now. This time the snap does make its way back. Outside, almost intercepted. Good shot at that was Arthur Hayes out of Vallejo High School. He's a sophomore, and if he had come down with that, he had an opportunity for a big return.
That was probably going to be a score. Mitchell getting up on that ball.
3rd and 10. Contra Costa switching up personnel, going to a nickel package here. Bearcats will take the tight end out. Go to a 4 receiver set here on 3rd and 10.
Two highs.
Good. Looking to throw. He has time in the pocket. Looking over the middle. Putnam's got it at the 19. He slides to the 18. Very nice play. As they pick up 20 yards.
Yep. Great play. Mitch sees it. Tries to double move. Against cover 2. Runs it right to the center of the field. Sure hands.
7th first down for Santa Rosa.
Hot dove's been the target. That's what we're going to continue to see.
Bear Cubs down inside the red zone. Hood on a roll. Dumps it off and throws it just wide and out of bounds. Kerr Johnson was the closest guy. Have to consider this field goal range for the Bear Cubs, although I know they'd love to get a touchdown right now. Dave Cox and John Antonio bringing the action today from Bailey Field. Santa Rosa looking to keep their unbeaten streak going. They are 5-0, #1 in NorCal. Here's Jay Ferguson on a little delay, and he squirts away and picks up about 3 yards to the 16-yard line. George made the tackle that time.
Ferguson off the field.
Beginning of the season, they're very high on him, and he's a guy that they really like. And it's nice to have a bunch of different running backs, especially on a day like today.
Yeah, and I know Jay's been around a while. He's been here a couple years. Very committed player.
Jannard James back in the backfield now on 3rd and 8. Mitch Hood looking over the defense, looking to throw. Swings it out for James. He's got it at the 10, breaks a tackle at the 5, and he would have scored, except for his feet went right out from under him. But it is a pickup of 14 yards, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter right there.
I can't but help but laugh when you see these guys sliding around. There he is on the catch.
Whoa! 8 first down, the end of 1 quarter of play.
Something interesting you mentioned earlier, the Foothill game. Coach Wagner mentioned that it was played at that end of the field, the north end, I guess we call it.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been there all day so far today.
So it is 3-0 at the end of 1. As the teams switch sides, and we get ready for the start of quarter number 2. Today's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Don Jump, bringing you 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valleys. She'd like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Don online at dawn@dawnjump.net for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. Don Jump, State Farm Insurance. So here we go, the Bear Cubs knocking on the door as we start quarter number 2. First and goal from the 5. Keeper by Hood, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Santa Rosa. Great fake to Jay Ferguson. Hood keeps it and scores from 5 yards out.
Yeah, it's a great play call there. Get yourself in the end zone. Keeper here. They bite on the James run.
So the Bear Cubs scoring the first play of the second quarter. Now Andros Pedroza try the extra point. Wait, it's puddled up right there pretty bad. And flags and whistles. Actually, wouldn't mind losing 5 yards. They might have done that on purpose so that he kicks out of a dry spot. Literally no place to put the ball down on the 10. It is a big puddle right there. So now you can see where Albert Beltran is kneeling. It's much drier. And the footing will be better for Pedroza also. Not saying they did that on purpose, but they might have done that on purpose.
Well planned.
A little trouble with the snap, but Pedroza does get it off, and he does get it through. So the Bear Cubs now lead it 10-0. 14:55 to go. Caught up on some other scores. Redwoods 18, San Jose 7. That's a final. Fullerton 79, Grossmont 18.
Oh.
Wow, that's a lot of points. Allen Hancock 40, Santa Barbara City College 43. Very high scoring game. And a bunch of games getting underway at 6 p.m. tonight. So a lot of action. Fresno and Chabot will be playing tonight. Santa Monica and Cerritos playing tonight. Cabrillo and Monterey. Under the lights as well. Sequoias and Modesto. Also a night game that gets underway at 6 p.m. tonight. So first game of conference play. So really, you're really playing for keeps now. The preseason is literally preseason. Those games mean absolutely nothing. If you win your conference, you move on. So
right, to the
trying to
playoff.
get to the state championship, these are the games that really count.
That's all new to the JC, correct? JC football just starting their playoff system not too long ago.
Pedroza to kick it off. Dropping back deep once again, Levon Washington and Willie Williams. And this is not going to be easy. It's poor footing. He just kind of nubs it down into no man's land. The ball is still loose. Finally, one of the Comets dives on it. That's Lacey Kane at the 33-yard line. You never know what's going to happen once the ball hits the puddles. So Contra Costa taking back over now, trailing 10-0. Team that has only won one football game so far this year, but they've got a lot of talented players on that team. Talking with Coach Lenny Wagner, says the team you kind of worry about because if they get going and they get confident, they get a little organized, they can be a very, very tough team.
Right.
Team that's breathing down Santa Rosa's neck in terms of the NorCal rankings is Diablo Valley College at 4-1. Handoff. Breaking the tackle and getting a hammer is Harris Ross. Football popped out. Who's got it? Bear Cubs say they've got it at 32. Now a penalty marker down. And it looks like the Bear Cubs indeed have the football, though there's a bunch of penalty markers down. And the guy who's got it, I can't see his number yet because he's still laying on his back. It's Benjamin. That is Keith Benjamin, who came up with that football. First turnover.
Interested to see what the penalty is here. We're having a rally. Pick this up.
Unsportsmanlike, and it's going to back the Bear Cubs up 15 yards.
First penalty spot is at the 37-yard line. It will be pushed into the Bear Cubs right player.
So the Bear Cubs are backed up now after the penalty. Second personal foul of the day against the Bear Cubs. And here we go, 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Mitch Hood.
Probably the driest spot on the field now, midfield.
Hood to throw, swings it out. James in space. Slides past one guy, breaks another tackle at the 40. Look out, he's at the 30. In the middle of the field, James still going. And he finally goes down at the 25-yard line. He is one guy that you don't like to have to try to tackle. He's low to the ground, and he can obviously negotiate pretty well in wet weather.
Yeah, he can just flat out fly around the field. He's hidden. His size helps with that. Does a good job here. Actually makes a little bit of a move on this wet field, avoiding the tackles, going back to where the big guys are. And I think he realizes that it's a little bit late. Doesn't quite get into the end zone, but what a great play.
James has 5 catches today. He's been the leading target. 9 first downs now for the Bear Cubs, leading at 10-0. Trying to get into the red zone again. Jay Ferguson on a sweep, nothing doing there as the blocking wasn't set up, and Rodney Washington comes up and makes the tackle. There's a guy out of El Cerrito High School. And a penalty marker all the way down on the far side of the field, completely away from the play. Officials calling to get the clock stopped. Rain's kind of letting up a little bit right now. It's still sprinkling, but not raining as hard as it was earlier. Field drain's all right, not great. False start. That's interesting. They let the play go despite the fact that there was a false start. Bearcubs are going to get backed up 5 yards. So 1st and 15 now, back at the 30. Here comes Ferguson straight ahead. Nice hole, and he gets down to the 24-yard line, getting back the penalty yardage and a little more than a 6-yard run. Third carry of the day so far for Jay Ferguson.
Yeah. Sees a crease there, gets through it, keeps his feet moving to get a few more yards out of it.
That's a play they ran for a touchdown earlier, except this time he gave it to Ferguson rather than faking the handoff and keeping. Ferguson slips but manages to hang on to the football and get down inside the 20-yard line as he picks up 6 more yards. Nice job by Ferguson to keep the feet going despite losing his balance. It's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 19. The Bearcubs back in the red zone.
Keep Ferguson on the field.
Third and 4. Bearcubs leading at 10-0. Contra Costa hasn't really even been close to the end zone so far. Here comes Ferguson again, 3rd time in a row, and he's going to get to the 16-yard line, a yard short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 1. What do you do, Coach?
You go for this. Personally, I think you go for it, especially in this weather. No questions.
Antonio says, go for it.
Got your defense here ready to go just in the event that you don't get it, but I got some confidence in this big O-line.
4th and 1 for the Bearcubs. Ferguson, and he's not going to get it. Does a great job of penetrating the defense that time by Contra Costa's James Eggleston. He's a 6'2", 285-pound freshman out of Pittsburgh.
I think
That is Woodland Hills High School. And that's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You'd think Pittsburgh, playing at Contra Costa, might be Pittsburgh, California. No, it's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
Ferguson actually lost a yard on that one, so the Bearcubs turn it over on downs for the 2nd time today. Burst into throw, and he's got a man at the 24-yard line. Devin Caseta has that one out of John Sweat High School in Vallejo as they pick up 6 yards on 1st down. Caseta.
Well, they're definitely letting up. That's probably good for Contra Costa.
Contra Costa has just 1 first down. They're going to chuck it again, and that one's thrown high. Benjamin was right there in coverage. The pass was intended for Marquise Pippins. Pippins is out of El Cerrito High School, so that's an interesting matchup. Benjamin and Pippins might have been teammates.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine at some point in time they were. 3rd down. Burson to throw. Burson's throwing deep. And it's a little high, intended for Casada. The penalty marker goes down way late, and the Bearcubs are saying, what?
It's not even a catchable ball.
Kalen Benjamin is called for it, and he can't believe it. Neither can the Bearcubs sideline. That's tough ball.
I'd like to get a look at that replay. I don't remember it being a catchable football. There we go. Can't make it line. It was catchable.
A little bit of contact, and it wasn't huge, but apparently it was enough. Here comes a handoff now. And Robinson carries past the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, hold the ball here on this receiver.
And Stelzner makes the tackle. You got a penalty marker down. Back to pass, swings it out. This could be a lateral, and they're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah.
For Robinson.
I like watching just the matchups they try to create by taking guys on and off the field.
Flags and whistles before the next snap.
Another penalty.
So they back him up again. Costa going the wrong way right now. 2nd and 23. Over the middle, low and incomplete.
It's a major hold there by the right tackle.
Mitchell was the intended receiver, and it's incomplete. They're just 2 of 7 for 9 yards passing. Bursted having a hard time. It looks like the rain's actually letting up at this point.
Yeah.
Another 27 to go here. We're in the second quarter. 10-0, Contra Costa trailing the Bear Cubs, but they have the football. Bursting in trouble, and he's sacked. Chasing him down and getting him, Andrew Tagialua out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Nice tackle. That was for you. Fourth down.
Got him where he wanted him.
Punting situation again now for Contra Costa.
I think the rain has stopped.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Still some light sprinkles, and that's what it was supposed to do. You can see that west of here, it's cleared up a little bit. Fumble on the snap, and the Bear Cubs are going to get the ball deep in Contra Costa territory. As the punter never really got that one, Ronald Ragland.
Great field position here. You got a chance really to break this thing wide open. The Contra Costa offense just can't even move the ball in this weather.
The Bear Cubs, great field position right here. First and 10 from the 14-yard line. And that one's batted down. Nice job getting a hand up that time by Hadari Darden, and it's incomplete. Golden opportunity here for the Bear Cubs, John, to really kind of put some space between them and the Comets and send a message that Contra Costa does not have an opportunity to win this game today, and that's what you want to do in a game like this.
And I think you try to bury him a little bit too. Make a statement, opening up conference play. I know they got City College coming up soon. It'd be nice to go into that one healthy so you can get other guys in this football game early. That's one thing you worry about with weather like this is injuries.
Zach Smith down inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
Zach Smith, 4 frag kick, correct?
5 yards.
Not a 4 frag.
Great football tradition up there. They've been very strong the last couple of years.
Go.
3rd and 5 now. James back in the backfield. Penalty marker down. Good to throw. James has it. Breaks a tackle. They're actually like 2 markers down, and James is going to score on that somehow. Wow.
No,
This
coming
one's
back.
Sure what happened, but there's a flag on the far side of the field, almost at the sideline, and there's a flag on the near side of the field, almost at the sideline. Officials are going to have a long talk about this one. It's a touchdown by James, who backed into the end zone beautifully.
Yeah.
Official. It was an inadvertent whistle, apparently.
Oh,
Wow, that's tough. What are they going to do? Play the down over again? It looks
Yep.
like they're just going to play the down over again. Lenny Wagner says, hey, wait a second. We'll take the 5-yard gain on that. The whistle was blown at the 5-yard line.
yeah. I've heard it. I've heard it both ways. I don't know the exact rule on that, but it's where the runner was at the time of the whistle or replay the down. So if you take it at the time of the whistle, you're looking at 4th down. If you take it, the replay, obviously it's back to 3rd down. And I'm pretty sure that's probably what they're discussing. If you're Wagner, you probably want to say no. Let's replay the down. Unless you were at a 1st down on that play. I don't have to see the replay on that, but we wouldn't be able to hear their whistle.
Yep, long chat.
Bringing James off the field with Ferguson back on the onto the field. That's what I think they must be discussing. Where was he at the time of the whistle? I never quite understood
Here's
the
the play.
whistle.
Oh, that was the play earlier where the ball was fumbled. This
Yeah.
is how the Bear Cubs got it this deep. And here come the officials now to try to give some kind of an explanation to Lenny Wagner. Looks like they might go ahead and move the ball a little further down the field. We'll see what they're going to do with this.
You may have a decision to make.
Yeah, you could go either way. Maybe it's
Yep,
your choice. It's a 1st down. The ball is at the 3-yard line, so they'll pretty much any day of the week you'd take the 1st down rather than replay a 3rd and 5.
To me, it looks like they were giving him a chance to make a decision.
Now they got to go over to the other side and explain it again. Somebody's not going to be happy when all's said and done.
Alonzo Carter.
Yeah, Alonzo Carter, the head coach for Contra Costa College.
Sure, if how dry he's staying with that classic plastic.
He's trying. He doesn't look particularly amused by the official's explanation. But it looks like the Bear Cubs are going to keep the ball. Here comes the official now.
Yep. So they had correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, you might have heard of this. It sounded like he got to make a decision if he was going to take the 1st down or replay the 3rd down, which, why is that even a question?
Yeah, obviously you want the 1st down in that situation. So the Bear Cubs end up picking up 7 yards on that and a 1st down. 6th reception for James. Here comes Jay Ferguson straight ahead, getting to the 3-yard line before he runs into some white jerseys. And he is taken down. Nice tackle in the open field by Richie George.
They're still not respecting that Mitch Hood can run here. I'd expect to see that eventually, him to pull the ball and run.
Yeah, that's how they got the touchdown earlier. Bear Cubs at the 3, 2nd and goal. They got about a half a yard that time, and that's all. Hood with Jay Ferguson, the lone back. Do have a tight end settled into the right side and 2 receivers to the near side. Kurt Johnson, the lone receiver, out to the far side of the field. Bear Cubs try and punch it in. Gonna throw for it on the slant. Johnson can't hang on.
Well played.
Simpson does a nice job of getting a hand in there. And it's going to be 3rd and goal. Mark James back in now for the Bear Cubs. .8:45 to go. We're in the 2nd quarter. The Bear Cubs trying to add to a 10-0 lead. And it is Mitch Hood to throw. And he fires it in traffic and incomplete, intended for Lonnie Gaspar, who couldn't hang on, and it's 4th down. It looks like they'll go for the field goal now as Andros Pedroza makes his way onto the field for the Bear Cubs.
Missed opportunity there.
Yeah, you definitely hope to get 6 out of a situation like that, but that is not going to be the case. The Bear Cubs are going to have to settle for 3 at best if they can convert right here. It's basically an extra point, however, it is on the near hash, which makes it a little drier spot. And Pedroza kicks it up and through. So that one is good. With 8:34 to go, Bear Cubs now lead it 13-0 after the field goal by Andros Pedroza. Today's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Dawn Jump, bringing 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valleys. She'd like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Dawn online at dawnjump.net for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. Dawn Jump, one of the best athletes ever to come out of Santa Rosa Junior College. The Bear Cubs will kick it away now, leading at 13-0. They did convert that time, but it was not a touchdown they were hoping for as they got the ball deep in Contra Costa territory on the botched punt, and Andros Pedroza will now kick it off. Contra Costa moving up, inching closer.
Comes the rain again.
Low kick, a little dribbler.
Ooh.
And Kane takes that one up to about the 39-yard line. Battling the weather here today, both teams, and not easier for us as well. Getting our camera set up in the rain, never an easy task.
Costa better get something going here the next 8 minutes.
First and 10 from the 39. Contra Costa sitting here with just 1 first down. Total yardage, maybe about 5. They have 9 yards passing, but -5 rushing the football. A little pass out to Robinson, and he's going to lose yardage as he is buried alive by Baxter Ming out of El Molino High School.
Nelson's there also to help make a play, and I think that penalty is going to be on Contra Costa. I think they cut him.
Things going from bad to worse for Contra Costa. Bear Cubs might even decline this since it was a loss.
And that'll push him back.
Cut block.
Yeah, you might have. They have 1 first down we talked about?
Yeah, 1 first down. It's been a while since they got that. They've turned it over once, or twice actually, the turnover on the botched punt.
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, the weather is a great equalizer with a team that's loaded with athletes. You can't get them the ball.
2nd and 16. Pass is complete. They did pick up a couple yards on that one as Marquise Pippins takes that one and gets tackled immediately by Keith Benjamin. Took about 4 yards on that.
Another El Cerrito player, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those guys probably
I think they did.
Very familiar with each other. And they're matching up against each other one-on-one today on the near side of the field. First in the throw, and he can't find his target. It was thrown a little bit behind the intended receiver, Devin Caseta, and it's incomplete. Cameron Burson now 4 of 10 for just 8 yards passing the football. It'll be 4th down.
Punt team, obviously.
They will have to punt the football.
Both teams love to throw the ball here. We could be here all night.
Yeah, they're still throwing even though it's this rainy. Contra Costa's only run about 18 plays from scrimmage.
Right.
That's what happens when you don't pick up first downs. Your offense doesn't stay on the field very much.
Right.
Punting situation for Ragland now. And he's going to have to back up to do this.
A lot of unorganization coming from the Contra Costa side. I don't know what it is, if it's the weather, or if there's...
James is back to about the 42-yard line, expecting to get pretty good field position out of this. And they will, as it's a short punt that stops at about the 46-yard line. I want to move the punt returner up even closer.
They may as well throw the ball downfield. They're not giving up, they're not giving them that much field position there.
Yeah, net yardage was about 15 on that one.
That was brutal.
The Bear Cubs with an opportunity once again to add to the lead here with 7:29 to go in the half. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them grind it a little bit right here, John.
Yeah, I mean, you can take two approaches, grind it out or take some shots, try to get one last score.
It's like Zach Hugh is in the game.
Yeah.
And he is going to get away. Oh, another inadvertent whistle, unfortunately. Wow.
Absolutely.
Justin Mills got to him. It's a loss of about 5 yards, but Hugh was about to squirt away.
I still don't think the ref up top knows who had the ball.
Oh, give me a break. Hold the whistle in your hand.
Crowd giving it to the officials a little bit. It's a loss of 4 on that one, so 2nd and 14 with under 7 minutes to go now in this half. Hood back in the game. He's going to throw, and he's going to throw deep. Putnam can't get to it. The defender almost got it, Levon Washington. And Levon Washington thought maybe that was offensive pass interference. It was not the case. Hood is now 12 of 26 for 145 yards. That's 3 straight incompletions for the Bear Cubs on offense.
They bring a new D-line in here. 3rd and long.
Mitch Hood to throw.
Take that thing.
Rolling right. And it's incomplete. Kurt Johnson, the intended receiver, he was matched up with Bomani Bassett on that far side out of McClymonds High School. And now the Bear Cubs will have to punt. Punt returner is pretty deep. Willie Williams. This has been one of the Bear Cubs' highlights of the year has been Dalton Mullins punting. He is one of the best in the nation. And now we have a timeout taken. Today's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Dawn Jump, bringing 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valley. She'd like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Dawn online at dawnjump.net for your home, auto, and life insurance needs.
Interesting time to use a timeout. Leave it to Miles Gardia to be stomping around in the mud.
Yeah, like I said, there's guys that really like it. They enjoy playing in this weather. There are guys that think it is not fun at all.
He stomped into every puddle he could get into on the way out to the middle of the field.
So Dalton Mullins out of Windsor High School to kick this one away. First opportunity he's had to punt the ball in this weather. And he gets off a great one. He is good. Bounces inside the 20 and trickles all the way down to the 12-yard line. That's impressive. About a 47-yard punt.
There's something cool about a kicker wearing 99.
So Contra Costa try it again here on offense. It's only 13-0. They're one big play away from kind of completely changing the momentum of the game. And in weather like this, you never know.
Yeah.
.6:24 to go. Cameron Burston. And flags and whistles just before the snap. Somebody was moving just before that.
What?
Wood got kind of an early jump that time,
Okay.
Michael Lockwood. Wide receiver Tyrone Morgan was on a streak that time.
I thought he was the false start.
Try that again. See, the Bear Cubs were offside that time. Here comes Burston. And penalty markers down. The football pops loose. The Bear Cubs have it at the 22-yard line. There is a penalty marker down.
It's going to be on the Bear Cubs.
Burston was hit hard, and the ball was fumbled. Miles Gardia comes up with it. Adam Casagrande. Here it is again. The Bear Cubs are going to have the football. Biliotti and Stelzner jarred the football loose.
Oh, no.
And Miles Gardia picks it up. It's a hold against Contra Costa, which will be declined.
So they had they were offsides again. Here we go.
First and 10, Bear Cubs. Zach Smith back in at running back. So Contra Costa just struggling to get anything going offensively against this Bear Cub defense. Hood to throw. Looking deep, Beltran can't catch up with it. Mitch had to throw that just a little earlier than he wanted to because there was good pressure coming from the linemen.
He had a hold on Arthur Hayes here.
Hayes on coverage that time. Elijah Williams on a blitz that time was right in Hood's face.
It's got to be a hold call, I would imagine.
Yeah, penalty marker down right about at the 5-yard line. A pass interference against Contra Costa. Bear Cubs will benefit from that. Second penalty of the day so far against Contra Costa. Cubs will now have a first down, and they're inside the 10-yard line. Looking over the sidelines, waiting for the play.
First and goal, Bear Cubs from the 10-yard line.
Here comes Zach Smith, and he rumbles down to the 6-yard line, pick up a 3. That'll chew on a little clock. Bear Cubs offensive line doing a pretty good job so far today. It's not easy when when you can't get your footing, especially for the big fellas. They're going to slip and slide a little bit more.
Yep. Good job.
Good shot of those guys up front. Caden Stewart along with Jalen Soto in the heart of that line.
Big Victor Maldonado, a Pioneer boy.
Second down. Hood to throw. Kurt Johnson can't hang on. He turned to run just before the ball arrived, and that cost him.
Yeah.
3rd and goal. Here comes bringing a tight end back in now. Beltran will exit. 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. Hood coming all the way over to the sideline, making sure he understands. Coach Kevin Ballatore signaling in the play. Play clock's about to expire. They're going to have to hustle to get this off. I'm not sure if he sees it. And I believe somebody burned a timeout on the Santa Rosa side. They realized time was about to expire. That's their first timeout taken of the first half. Bear Cubs started the season off with a win against Butte, 17-7. We were here for that one. Then they went to Fresno and won a big road game, 17-13. Then the offense got on track here at Bailey Field against Delta College. They won 55-23. They went to Sacramento and won another grinder. That was a 17-14 win on the road. And then at Sierra 2 weeks ago, they had a bye last week. They won 44-0. So last few weeks, the offense has been a little bit more impressive. But now that they hit Bay 6 conference play, things are going to get a lot tougher for the Bear Cubs. DVC, San Francisco, College of San Mateo, all 3 very good teams ranked in the top 15 in NorCal. 3rd and goal for Santa Rosa. Good. Loses the handle and he dives on it way back at the 19-yard line. May take them out of field goal range. Loss of 12 yards. First real big misfire that the Bear Cubs have had today. Pedrosa's going to try. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt here for a field goal. He definitely can do that in dry weather. Not sure about in wet weather. We'll see.
He's going to kick right from a wet spot.
Beltran the holder. Bear Cubs trying to make it 16-0 here if Pedrosa can get this through. Looks like he's got the distance, but he missed it. Just a little wide. Bear Cubs come up empty.
Yeah, missed opportunity.
So the Bear Cubs, man, they've been handed the ball by their defense inside the red zone a couple times today, and they didn't score. That's tough.
Yeah.
Turned it over on downs and now a missed field goal. So defense has done its job. They lead 13-0. Now Contra Costa, you keep the Comets in the game, though, each and every time you do that. Burston to throw. Burston in trouble. And Burston is sacked back at the 15-yard line. Bear Cubs getting to him and bringing him down. Like Jerry Gainey was the first man there. Here it is again.
Great job coming off the edge.
Gigliotti was also there. Cubs getting some good pressure. Andrew Tagialua was also in on that one. So a sack, a loss of 5. Trouble. And finally the ball is taken at the 10-yard line by Robinson. They'll lose 5 more yards on that one. check if that was Harris Ross. Loss of 5. Not really Ross's fault. He averages 55 yards a game. They haven't handed him the ball much today, though. He's been their leading runner this year. Pass is incomplete. 2 white jerseys and 4 dark blue jerseys. There's a marker down, however, back near the line of scrimmage. Officials will have to chat again. .303 to go here in the second quarter. We're going to decline the penalty.
Illegal formation and a hold. I think they took the hold.
They don't want either. They want the down.
Not sure what
It's going to be 4th down, I believe. Yeah, so they'll take the down right there. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line, so it's 4th and 21. And this total yardage adds up for Contra Costa. It is not going to look good. They're in the negatives now.
Yeah, they have to be negatives.
+8 passing the football, but minus about 20 running the football because of the missed snaps and the sacks. So 4th down.
It's just an interesting one right here.
They have a different punter in right now. It looks like maybe Pippins might punt this. It is Pippins who punts it. Boy, he gets a nice skip out of that one. And it trickles down to the 46-yard line. Here comes take back over now. Just 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the second quarter. A 13-0 lead for Santa Rosa.
And a little break in the weather.
Yeah, it looks like the second half it's going to be a lot drier, although the field has taken a hit, so it's going to be tough. Footing is not going to get better. It may drain a little bit at halftime.
Yeah.
A bunch of other games just now getting underway. Sierra and Sacramento 0-0, 9 minutes left in the first. It's Mount San Antonio 6, Long Beach 0. That's in the first quarter as well. Bearcats looking deep. Gaspar can't get it. Pretty good coverage that time. Set was in coverage that time, and it's going to be second down. Percentage is not great today, although he has thrown for 145 yards, but that's the 6th straight incompletion.
Yeah, he just underthrows that ball. Monty Bassett kind of gets lucky on it.
Second down. Jay Ferguson right side, and he's got some yardage as he gets beyond the 50 down to the 49-yard line. That's a 5-yard pickup for Jay Ferguson.
I hear Coach Wagner prepping his punt team, but the way this offense is playing, I don't know, I'd put my punt team out there. Meaning the CC offense.
They've only allowed 2 first downs, so why not go for it here on 4th down?
Yeah, use it as 2 down.
Especially with the clock.
Yeah, you got 2 minutes.
3rd and 5. Good to throw for it, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Beltran on a little crossing route. Arthur Hayes was right there with him. Looks like they are going to punt.
Yep.
And I guess, why risk a bad snap?
Absolutely.
Fumbling the ball, giving them the ball at midfield, giving Contra Costa hope. Contra Costa still just 1 score away from getting right back in this football game. Now Dalton Mullins. So this will be an interesting kick for him because he can kick this one out of the back of the end zone very easily. Of course, he'll be trying to drop it down inside the 10. So more of a touch type kick this time for Mullins. And it's a good one. As it bounces at the 15, takes a big bounce, and they're going to down it at the 1 yard line.
Great job.
Good job by whoever the first guy there. He touched it, Brendan White, but Brendan White ended up downing it. But the first guy there let go of the football because he realized he was going to slide into the end zone. So he released it, and then White was right there out of Petaluma High School.
Yeah, good.
Multi-talented guy, played quarterback in high school and defense for the Trojans.
He's playing linebacker up here.
Yeah, how about that? A high school quarterback,
He was just a great player.
college
you know.
linebacker.
Got an opportunity here to pin them a little bit, although there's only 1:55 left.
And off, right side, big hit. Wow. Macy Kane. And he was hit hard. Miles Gardia, I believe, was the guy that made that hit. That was a good one. Let's pick it up. No, it wasn't Gardia. It's right there coming in. I can't see the number. Might have been Jace Griffey made that hit. That was a nice hit.
Yeah.
The best we've seen today. 2nd down and 9. And Person, he loses the handle. That is a live football, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Bear Cubs.
Yep.
As Andrew Tagialua dives on the football. Touchdown, Santa Rosa. Ball slipped out of Cameron Burston's hands.
Alonzo Carter on the field complaining.
He's trying to say his arm was going forward. It should be incomplete, but it doesn't matter if the ball lands behind you. The ball landed behind him, so it's a lateral. It doesn't matter. And he's about halfway out on the field. Check it again. Now watch, he throws it right at the end line. Look where it lands. It's close. It's very close. Touchdown, Bear Cubs. They're actually considering this.
I don't think this is going to get overturned.
Oh, the defense is still on the field. No, Pedrosa's.
No, they're out there.
Alonzo Carter obviously really upset. It was an excessive celebration call against the Bear Cubs.
Here it is again.
Yeah, he's just in front of the line, and it lands just behind the line or right on the line. Very close, however. Pedrosa trying to add the point.
They get the snap down.
And his kick is good, so 20-0.
Who ended up with that touchdown?
I believe the recovery that time was by Andrew Tagialua. Honolulu, Hawaii. So there you have it, 1:09 to go. Sierra has taken a 6-0 lead over Sacramento City College. 4:14 to go in the first quarter. Mount San Antonio 6, Long Beach 0. That game's still in the first quarter. Modesto has taken a 7-0 lead over College of Sequoias. That game is also still in the first quarter. Live scoring updates presented by Dawn Jump, State Farm Insurance. So the penalty assessed on the kick is going to back the Bear Cubs up to the 20-yard line. So Contra Costa might get decent field position out of this. They have struggled to get field position today.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter where they're at on the field. They can't do anything offensively.
See what happens. Pedrosa actually gets a little drier spot to kick this from than he would have at the 35-yard line. See if that helps. He's going to go for that low bouncer again.
They're still going to get.
Rolls back to the 35. He might have had a knee down. He did.
Yeah.
That was Chandler Gums, and he didn't pick that up cleanly. Contra Costa was going to get decent field position, but he touched a knee down, so that is not going to be the case for the Comets. Time of possession, huge in favor of Santa Rosa. Number of plays run and total yardage, very one-sided. It's only 20-0, however.
Yeah, both teams really not taking advantage of opportunities to try to move the ball and score. I mean, Contra Costa, they literally have no offense. Obviously it's the weather. I don't know if they don't have any more footballs than the one they keep using or what, but they better make some adjustments at half.
First in to throw, tipped and incomplete. Pass was a little low, and now we got penalty markers down in the backfield.
It's going to be on CC.
Miles Gardia was back on coverage that time. Officials, there's 3 markers. You can pick your penalty on this one.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we got an ejection here or not.
Yeah, I might have an ejection.
Kyle Jarvis and walked off the field. Contra Costa.
You'll see one of the Contra Costa players is extremely upset. I believe there has been an ejection. It's offsetting penalties. Leak to Martha, I believe, has been disqualified.
Not leaving the field, though.
Apparently not. He's still on the field, so apparently there hasn't been a disqualification. He's their center. It was just an offsetting penalty. By his reaction, the way he kind of huffed and puffed, I thought maybe he had been disqualified. So here we go. 2nd and 10 for Contra Costa College. 20-0 with a minute to go in this one. Clock now rolling. The final couple of snaps of this first half. Got some movement just before the snap.
Gosh. They are a disaster.
Back them up.
Yeah, what penalty number is that for them?
That's actually only their 3rd penalty, but there's been a lot of weird stuff that that's happened.
That's only their 3rd they've taken, correct?
Yeah. There's been a few declined, definitely. 2nd and 15 now. 51 seconds remain. There comes with a nice lead. Not exactly what you'd call beautiful football.
Yeah.
It's turned into a heck of a sunset, though.
Yeah, it has.
Clouds kind of clearing out a little bit.
What are you looking at here?
Not sure what the officials are talking about now. They're going to try to maybe adjust the clock a little bit. We're going to move the game clock back to 1 minute. We'll add 9 seconds. And here we go. Cameron Burston waiting for the snap. 2nd and 15. Handles it, although it was a little wide. Throwing deep down the middle. Tipped, almost intercepted. Ball ended up
Tuafe almost got it.
Griffey's hands. Justin Tuaefa had a pretty good shot at that one. He tipped it up. Jace Griffey had another shot at it. He couldn't hang on. Third down.
I just realized that Adam Blom is from Sweden.
Yes, he is. Here comes Burston. Nice run out past the 35, and he slides to the 39-yard line.
I was walking in. I saw the flags waving down there. I was trying to think who they were here for, so I guess
yeah, that's a long trip from Kristianstad, Sweden. Fourth down, they need about 7 yards to go. 47 seconds remain. Clock stopped for some reason. He didn't go out of bounds. Not sure why they stopped the clock that time.
they used a timeout maybe.
Yeah, the Bear Cubs might have called one. Yeah, I think the Bear Cubs did call a timeout right there to try to get the ball back. With a little bit of time on the clock, give James a chance for a return. Pippins will punt again. And the ball bounces at about the 30-yard line, trickles to the 28-yard line. So the Bear Cubs will have a couple of snaps left in the first half, leading at 20-0. Dave Cox and John Antonio bringing you the action today from Santa Rosa Junior College's Bailey Field. Inclement weather, we call this. It has cleared up, however. It looks like we'll have a decent night for the second half if the field dries out a little bit or drains. There's still some pretty good puddles right around the 40-yard line.
Definitely the field soaking it up.
Mitch Hood dumps this one off. Jannark James in space. Look out, he's at the 40. Breaks away at the 50. A couple guys chasing him, and he goes down at the 35-yard line.
What a great play. Plenty of time.
39 yards on that one.
Until the
Actually, he ended
set.
up getting about 40 yards on that. He got a decent spot. No, they're going to move it back. I was right all along. 36 yards on the play. Bear Cubs just wishful thinking. As Hood tries to spike the football that time. There was a little trouble with the snap. A couple guys came in there and tried to disrupt his ability to snap it. Here's that long screen pass again.
Some great blocks. Peter Parrott.
James using his blockers very well on that.
Great job by Arthur Hayes from running him down from behind.
And you see clearly he went down at about the 35-yard line. He did slide forward from there. 114 receiving yards for James. 12 first downs for the Bear Cubs now. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Hood throwing deep right side, and it's tipped and intercepted right into the hands of Jakari Simpson. First turnover of the half for the Bear Cubs.
They're taking a shot. They're being aggressive. One more score before the half.
Yeah, why not? They, it set up a nice screenplay, got themselves within striking range. Now you just hope to hit one pass and maybe get another field goal or a shot at a touchdown. First turnover by the Bear Cubs. It's pretty good considering the conditions.
Yeah. Can't help but laugh at the Contra Costa coach's green outfit, his rain gear. Nice and bright.
Hand off, right side.
Run this out.
Get out to about the 14-yard line. That should be the final snap of the first half as that first half comes to an end. That was Lacey Kane carrying for 4 yards. And the teams will head to the locker room. So the Bear Cubs Cubs dominate the half. A lot of weird stuff that happened, but Santa Rosa has to feel pretty good about going to the locker room with a 20-0 lead.
Defensively, they're playing well. Offensively, they're clicking for this type of weather and all the adversity they're having to go through. Costa just has no offense. The quarterback can only make so many plays. He's not able to throw that wet football, and their receivers obviously are having a tough time catching.
All right, so we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the first half totals for you, and we'll get ready to start the third quarter of play here at Bailey Field. We are just about ready for the second half of play. The totals from the first half. Santa Rosa Junior College ran for 35, passed for 185, 220 total yards, 12 first down, 1 turnover. Contra Costa, not quite as great. They have a +6 total yards, 8 passing, -2 rushing. They have 1 first down.
Wow.
That's dominant by their defense. They're the top defense in Northern California. The stats are going to get a lot better after this.
Yeah, not looking good.
Contra Costa's offense here. You just look across the field, not a lot of life in that Contra Costa
Sideline right now. Hopefully they made some adjustments, make a little bit of a game out of this. If not, I'll be honest, I hope they run the ball the entire second half, so we're not out here for 3 hours.
Yeah, that would not be pretty, for sure. It's Kevin Ballatori. His offense had some ups and downs in that first half. You know, the nice thing was they didn't turn it over too much in the inclement weather, and that's what you hope your offense does. And you know, they didn't convert on a couple golden opportunities. I'm sure they talked about that in the locker room.
Right, absolutely. They probably talked about that, keeping the ball safe in the second half. Really, the only turnover that comes to mind is that kick right there at the end of the half with, you know, a few seconds left. Not really something that hurts you, but definitely we know at halftime they made a few adjustments. They're going to see a lot more man defense in the second half because the Contra Costa is expecting to run the football. Interesting enough, talking about man defense, talking to Dante, and we were talking about running more man or zone when the weather's like this, and he says you want to run more zone because in man, in weather like this, people tend to fall down, which opens up deep plays.
James drops back deep along with Ben Putnam. Short kick by Costa, taken by James at the 20-yard line on a bounce. Runs into his own man at the 30, reverses his field, trying to turn the corner at the 35 and won't do it. James rushed 5 times for 17 yards in the first half, but he received for 114 yards on 7 carries. So here we go, second half action underway. Mitch Hood completed 13 of 32 for 185 yards, 1 interception. That was at the very end of the half. Bear Cubs up 20-0, and they fumble the snap. Hood dives on it back at the 30, a loss of 5. It's not raining anymore. That's not the issue. However, the field is still very wet.
Yeah, and it's extremely wet in the center of the field where the game has been played. Outsides doesn't look too bad, you know, beyond the numbers.
And this is Bermuda grass. It's real short grass, so if it drains off and it's not torn up, it can be pretty good footing pretty quickly. If it is torn up a little bit, exposes the mud, it can be very slick. Another bad snap.
Yeah, they're going to get lucky at the false start.
They're making it tough on the center. Contra Costa is bunching guys up right there, trying to disrupt his ability to snap the football. So far, it's working.
Yeah, that happened earlier in the game, and they complained a little bit about it. It stopped.
Well, second half underway here at Santa Rosa Junior College. Mitch Hood with Jannaric James in the backfield, facing a 2nd and 19 after the penalty. Hood takes the snap. Little pump fake, trying to set up the screen. That's been a big play for them today, but they were never able to get it to the intended receiver James, who was nowhere even really near where the ball ended up. It's been a while since they've connected on a pass. It's the 10th consecutive either incomplete or intercepted pass for the Bear Cubs. Actually, 9 out of 10. They did hit on that big screen pass just late in that second quarter, but there was 9 out of the last 10 have been either incomplete or the one interception. Third down. Just hand it off to James. He's to the 25, and he's stood up, and he's hammered. No gain on the play.
Great tackle.
Ronnie Washington makes the tackle. Fans getting a little restless. I think some people thought maybe that was a late hit. They did kind of have some extracurricular after the play after he was stood up. The whistle wasn't blown. They blew some real quick whistles in the first half. That was a little late.
Yeah, no. Even the officials made some halftime adjustments. Contra Costa has a great opportunity to have some decent position on the field here.
Willie Williams dropping back deep. Dalton Mullins gets it off, and it's a beauty. Spiraling, carrying down inside the 30. Takes a left turn and ends up trickling back to the 29-yard line. And penalty markers, a couple guys in the middle of the field.
We're going to get that thing further back.
Officials sorting this out. Try to keep you updated on other games going on around the state. He's going to go against Contra Costa. El Camino 7, LA Harbor 0. That's in the first quarter. Riverside 17, Chaffee 0. At the end of the first quarter, East Los Angeles 21, LA Southwest 0. Mount San Antonio 6, Long Beach 0. Sacramento and Sierra, good ball game. 7-6, Sacramento City leading with 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Modesto has opened up a 20-0 lead over College of Sequoia. That game is still in the first quarter, or at least that's the score we got reported from, was in the first quarter. I imagine they've moved on from there. First and 10, Contra Costa. Cameron Burston, their quarterback, completed 4 of 12 for just 8 yards. They were really not able to get anything down the field at all. And straight ahead, and not much there. Miles Garcia read that one beautifully. He was in the backfield almost before the handoff. Loss of 5 yards for Robinson.
Miles Garcia does a great job stuffing it. Causing the back to have nowhere to go.
Second down and about 14 yards to go. They ended up losing 4 yards on that one. Burston steps up and he's taken down. The ball pops loose. They're going to call him down. Bear Cubs, James Tolliver, or Baxter Ming, excuse me, was able to get to the ball. But he was down by contact, so it's a loss of a couple more yards. Total yardage not getting any better for Contra Costa.
It seems like every drive they move backwards.
Third and a bunch. Far side, oh my, almost picked off. And what a great opportunity Chris James had out of Phoenix City, Alabama. He had a chance to pick that one, and he had an easy touchdown in front of him. Had he hung on to that one, couldn't do it.
Again, gonna punt it away. he wishes he could have a couple seconds of that playback.
Mark James dropping back to about the 40-yard line. Punting game hasn't been pretty so far. They've switched punters, which is kind of odd. Pippins will punt this one from the end zone. Needs a good kick, or the Bear Cubs are going to be right back near the red zone. James is going to let it bounce, and it's going to roll out to the 44-yard line. He had an opportunity to call for a fair catch to save his team about 10 yards. Didn't take it.
Yeah, with a wet football, you're probably better off just letting it roll.
Yeah, anytime, you have to feel the ball, you never know what's going to happen with it. It's very slick, very wet. They're trying to keep the balls dry the best they can, but it's an uphill battle. Yeah. Anytime the ball hits the ground, it's either going to get wet or muddy or both.
Ballatory getting the play call in.
Go to the air, trying to flip it out, but it's incomplete. He got hit hard right after he let go of the ball. Justin Mills got to him. Dominic Roscoe, the tight end, was the intended receiver. And it looks like, guess what? We have a flag down.
Yep.
Offside against the defense. Break for the Bear Cubs.
If you can see it, the Bear Cubs wearing purple socks tonight. Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
So it's going to be a 1st and 5 after that. Hood takes the snap. Fumbles the football. Contra Costa has it at the 44-yard line. Coming up with the ball that time for the Comets, Rodney Washington.
Yeah, that's
second turnover by the Bear Cubs.
Tough break for Santa Rosa. They've had some mix-ups on snaps.
See, the ball just never reached Zach Smith. I'm not sure. I think he thought maybe that Hood was pulling it out. He never really tried to grab it.
Yeah, that's the way it looks.
Ball is started for 43, first and 10 Comets.
So a great opportunity now for Contra Costa as they get the ball with best field position they've had in a long time.
Nope. Trying to run a little screen. He can't
Trying
get
a little
the ball
screen
out there.
pass. He can't get it. Can't complete it. At this point, you would hope to have a couple dry footballs.
Yeah, they're switching them out. That's the first time I've seen them switch them out, but literally they have two. I'm watching the Santa Rosa sidelines. They have a ball person who has a bag full of footballs and almost switch them out every play.
They make those little dryers.
Yeah.
You can put them into. They're gas-powered, and they really help.
I think Galley, didn't he invent that?
Yes, he did. Head coach at Pittsburgh High School invented that. That's a really good one. There's Ross taking the handle at that time. He hasn't carried much today. Leading ball carrier for this team coming in, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Third down for the Comets.
This might be with the exception of the first down, this might be the first series they haven't gone backwards.
Clock is rolling. The Bear Cubs leading at 20-0. Contra Costa College trying to get it together here from the 42-yard line. Hurston looking to throw, and he's looking deep. Man out there, and he can't hang on. A late penalty marker goes down.
We got two. We got one up top. That's going to be on the offense. I bet you this other one's maybe a hold.
Wait once again for the officials to sort it out.
Yeah, the ball's so wet, the ref's dropping it. Ball start. Oh, my Lord.
They're going to be declined because the pass was incomplete, so they'll take the loss and down.
Line it.
And here comes the punting unit. It's been a busy squad today, the punting unit for Contra Costa. Still sitting with just 1 first down today.
Yeah, that's
Football games, you can't get first downs. James dropping back, although I'm not sure why he's so far back. They have bounced every kick about 10 yards in front of him. Pippins, that one's partially blocked. And it ends up stopping at about the 45-yard line, so really only a net of about 12 yards on that. Back to your point, why not just go for a fourth down?
Yeah. Offensively, they haven't been very successful, and their punting unit has not had very much luck tonight either. And they're by all means, you look at our game last night, we're down 30-7 in the fourth quarter. They still have a ton of time, and they're only down 3 scores here. And,
yeah, what happened in that football game last night? My goodness, down 30-7, you win it in overtime. That's crazy.
Yeah, but, I thought Coach Herzog's halftime speech motivated a little bit.
That might be intercepted or caught. The ball is actually picked off, I believe. It was near Kurt Johnson, and Kari Simpson ended up with it. Now they're saying incomplete, I believe. The defense was about to head out, and Ken Ballatore said, no, you guys still got it. See, Kurt Johnson was the intended receiver. Both guys were kind of wrestling for it. Look, I don't see the ball hitting the ground right there. That looks like an interception to me. The officials are going to talk this over. They unfortunately do not have the benefit of replay here at the community college level. There is a penalty marker down somewhere back at the 49-yard line. So whether it was intercepted or not, the penalty's against Contra Costa. It's a 5-yard penalty. So the Bear Cubs get a break right there, no matter how you slice it. First and 5. Handoff. Jay Ferguson. And he gets down to the 47-yard line, about 2 yards shy of the first down. Very tough to break off long runs. Ferguson with his 9th carry for 26 yards. He's kind of a good downhill kind of guy, though. He has the ability to kind of keep his foot moving. He doesn't try to make a lot of moves, which is kind of what you want in this weather.
Yep. And the line just getting a lot of push.
Ferguson again. He's got the first down, a penalty marker down.
Oh, my Lord.
And he's still going. Now they blow the whistle a little bit late. He ended up picking up 6 yards on that. There may have been a face mask tacked on somewhere in there. One way or another, it's going to be a first down for the Bear Cubs, I believe.
No.
Yeah, unless it's a hold against the Bear Cubs, which apparently it is. I thought for sure somebody might have grabbed the face mask in that. See Jay Ferguson heading back to the huddle.
First down is caught at the 43-yard line. Second and 12.
So second down and 12. Trying to get Kurt Johnson set up on a little inside screen that time. Not sure it was going to get big yardage as it was the way the play was set up, but it's an incomplete pass.
Broke down early.
Third and 12. Ferguson behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss. Richie George, first guy on the scene. He's a big guy, 6'4", 345 pounds, out of Reserve, Louisiana. He's kind of beef you like to have up front. And he is a big fella. There goes offense sputtering a bit now. Dalton Mullins will come out and try to boom one here. He can kind of let this one fly. 59 away from the end zone in terms of the line of scrimmage, more like about 70 yards from the end zone in terms of where he'll punt it. Spiraling kick, bounces at the 20, picked up on a bounce by Willie Williams, and Williams gets out past the 25 to the 30 and knocked out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Nice return.
That return was stopped by Dominic Colasso. Ball is fired to the 40-yard line, first and 10, Comets.
So first down. Contra Costa desperate to get something going.
Nice sweep.
Willie Williams on the sweep. He ran this pass successfully early in the game, then abandoned it. That's a couple yards for Williams there. Presley Pagliatti with the tackle that time. He's had a good game defensively for the Bear Cubs today.
He has. Who's that coach I was telling you about? In the bright green.
I like that outfit.
Part-time tow truck driver.
Definitely seeing, hey, he's dry. That's all that matters. That's what he's thinking right now. I don't really care. This is what I had to work with. Here comes Burston, taking the snap, trying to get around the corner. And he does pick up a yard or two. Tagialua with another tackle. He's another guy who's had a very good football game today for the Bear Cubs. All over the field.
This defense is just great. They're fun to watch. I almost just get lost watching them. They just rally to the ball. They play so well. I hear them communicating perfectly. When you got corners who can play the way these two corners do, and two safeties over the top who just hit like they do, and then look at their linebacker core: Gardia, Stelzner, Andrew.
Definitely one of the better defensive teams they've had here at Santa Rosa Junior College. Burston to throw, and almost complete. Hit Casada in the hands, but he could not hang on.
On a brighter note, they got 4 yards on that drive.
Bear Cubs will travel to CCSF next Saturday. A little road game against the always tough San Francisco City College team, and then big game after that against Diablo Valley College right here at Bailey Field. That's going to be one of the biggest games of the year in the state. DVC is ranked right behind the Bear Cubs. They're 4-1 overall. And San Mateo comes, we got a penalty marker, unsportsmanlike against Santa Rosa, and that's going to give Contra Costa a first down, believe it or not. It's their second first down of this football game. That's really not what you want to do in this situation, is let them get back in the football game. Make them earn it, right?
That's right. Especially if it's only their second.
Near midfield. They haven't been across midfield all day long. Nailed in the backfield by Chris James. Beautiful defensive play. That's a loss of 3. Right when he took the handoff, there's Chris James.
Right, loses footing, and James there for the tackle.
Love the defense for the Bear Cubs. They've been good all year long. Second and 13. slips out of Burston's hands again. He might have actually been bumped a little bit. Pass was intended for Samaj Mitchell, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to the rotation of the footballs by CC. They have 2 footballs.
That's it?
That's what I'm seeing.
Man, oh man, that's tough. A day like this, you want at least 4 or 5, if not 10. Anything you can do to keep the ball dry. This snap dribbles back to Burston, who picks it up and has good yardage. Burston diving across midfield. Stelzner makes the tackle, but he ended up picking up 8 yards on that. That's one of their better offensive plays of the day.
Bad snap, picks it up, tries to make something of it.
Our pickup, that may be their biggest offensive play all day long. It really was a broken play because the ball rolled back to him on the snap. Pippin's on to punt. James dropping back for the Bear Cubs. Hasn't fielded one today. He's not going to get a chance on this one unless he picks it up on a couple bounces, which would not be a good idea as it trickles down inside the 15 and all the way to the 12-yard line.
This will give Santa Rosa maybe a little bit of time to grind out these 5 minutes, get to the 4th quarter with a good lead.
5:05 to go here in the quarter.
We're looking at Santa Rosa rushing yard-wise.
Yeah, it's been around 40 yards today.
Yeah.
A little less than that because of some sacks. They did have some success with James early in the ballgame. 6 carries and 17 yards. He's in the backfield right now with Mitch Hood. Looking up top. And it is caught all the way down to the 45-yard line of Contra Costa. Lonnie Gaspar takes that in. Nice play. 48 yards on that one. 46 yards, excuse me. That puts Mitch Hood over 200 for the day. 31 to be exact. Gaspar's first catch of the day. 14 first downs now for the Bear Cubs as they move it into Contra Costa territory now. And Hood looks to throw again, and he's looking deep again. He's looking for the same play, and it's Gaspar again down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. A 28-yard pickup that time. Obviously finding something they like in that matchup, and it works. Two big plays in a row. 15 first downs now for Santa Rosa, and they are in the red zone for the first time here in the second half, leading at 20-0. See if they can punch it in.
That'd be big right here.
Rolling right, Hood hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Rodney Washington with great pressure.
Pressure provided by Rodney Washington.
You know, the CC defense hasn't played all that bad. They haven't been handed the greatest field position.
2nd and 10. Hood fires it complete. Putnam has it at the 15 and a late marker down. And a really nice stretch there where we didn't have any penalty markers, but that ends on this play.
These refs, they must not want to go home tonight.
We're going to get penalized on this one. Moving it all the way back to the 29-yard line from the spot of the foul. And the clock will continue to roll. Bear Cubs have been penalized 8 times today now for 85 yards.
and 23.
Moves them pretty much out of field goal range. See if they can get back down there. 2nd down and 23. Good, firing deep for Gaspar. That one-on-one matchup they like. And this time, Gaspar can't get to the ball. No call. Santa Rosa sideline thought there should have been an interference call. Jakari Simpson, who I think it was good no call on that one.
Yeah. Let him play a little bit.
It's going to be 3rd down.
Nice job.
Can't really see the contact there.
The field is so slippery.
Hood to throw. Steps up, fires down the middle. Putnam has it at the 10, breaks a tackle, and he's gone. Touchdown, Santa Rosa.
Nice ball.
30-yard strike.
Hutton's having a game.
Yes, he is. Big play for the Bear Cubs as Hood put that one right on the money. 289 yards now for Mitch Hood in the air on a very wet, rainy day. And Putnam out of Novato High School. And Andros Pedroza will try and add the point. Good snap, good kick. 27-0, just like that. That was a nice play.
That could be the stake through the heart right there for State.
There it is again.
Great job. Steps up in the pocket. Perfect throw downfield. Putnam wide open.
See, the safety fell down. He was trying to come up and make the tackle. I'm not sure what happened, but he ended up falling to the turf. Today's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Don Jump, bringing 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valley. She'd like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Dawn online at dawn@dawnjump.net for your home and auto and life insurance needs. State Farm Insurance Agent Dawn Jump. Thinking about coming to the game today. I'm not sure if the weather scared her off.
A good amount of people here. I like the fact they play night games on Saturdays. Gives the local high school teams a chance to get out here and check out the JC.
Low kick by Pedroza, scooped up at about the 27-yard line. And look out, Chandler Gums has good field position as he gets beyond midfield. How about that?
This will be their best field position, correct?
They have not had the ball near midfield very much today.
Let's see what they do with it.
Here it is again. He kind of scooped that up.
Yeah. No, he just does a good job. Get right up field. Don't make too many cuts. Job done.
Right, Whitney Joseph made the tackle that time. 1st and 10, Contra Costa at the 45 of Santa Rosa. Showing blitz. Burston will roll, penalty marker down, and Burston picks up 5 yards. Welcome all of those of you watching YSN365.com for the first time. Our live coverage following the Google Analytics and watching it light up all over the country. People who have friends and relatives around the U.S. watching the game today. It was kind of nice to see. The beauty of the technology. You see a holding call that goes against the Comets. That's going to back them up. Deep down the middle, tipped and incomplete. Presley out of East Anchorage High School. Well, he's listed his hometown as Santa Rosa. Decided to become a permanent resident. Stay out of the tundra for a while.
Yeah.
Second and 20. And Robinson tripped up by Stelzner in the backfield. Stelzner making the tackle.
Yeah.
Here you see his stats on the season.
Got another tackle for loss. This drive may have put him in negative for the night.
Under 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Thurston takes the snap, let's throw it deep. Pippin's trying to get out there and he won't.
Oh, man.
A little bit of contact with Benjamin. I don't know if they're going to call this offensive or defensive. Pippin's was kind of riding Benjamin with the hand a little bit, but there was contact between the two of them. Let's see if we can pick it up on the replay. See right there, a little reach out. Both guys kind of had their hands out. I don't know. Might have been a good no call, but the flag did go down.
Actually, hurt him too bad. Still gives him third down and about 8. Apparently it isn't. I guess I better start paying attention.
Thurston's throw, inside screen. They complete one to Williams at the 40, down to the 39-yard line as they pick up 4 yards on that one. Haven't completed a lot of balls today. That's only the 5th completion of the day.
Yes.
You can see they've got some athletes too.
Oh,
they just have a
lot
hard
of
time
athletes.
with this weather, particularly getting them out in space and getting the ball to them.
No, I'd like to see this game played on a dry day, maybe on a turf field. I think we'd see a little bit of a better game. I definitely see athletes on the field, and it's just been a little bit unorganized football going on that side.
Thurston looking deep. Caseda's out there, and he can't get to it. Another penalty marker down. My goodness. Wow. Benjamin, again, on coverage. Here it is.
Yep. It's a good job staying in the pocket, getting the ball out. He just never turns.
He never really got his head turned around, so. Actually, it's going to be called on the defense. They're going to march that one down 15 yards. It's going to give Contra Costa another first down. 9th penalty of the day against the Bear Cubs. 100 penalty yards. That's been the one blemish against them today. Contra Costa for the first time today inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Thurston steps up, breaks the tackle. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. Dives up over the top. Tries to get to the end zone. Stelzner brought him down, and he brought him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I thought we'd see more of out of him tonight. Does a good job, pulls the ball down, gets away from the defensive lineman, and tries to make a play here.
Stelzner hung on. That was nice.
Short.
First and goal, Contra Costa, their 4th first down of the ball game. Comet's trying to punch it in here.
Coach is losing it on the sideline a bit.
Yeah, this is the time when you got to make something happen, right? You've got your best field position. Got chance to get a touchdown.
Timeout.
Maybe a good call right there just to stop things for a second. Timeout taken here. The score 27-0 in the Friday night scoreboard. Rancho Cotati 55-7 over Ukiah. Windsor making a big statement last night. I was at that ball game. We have video highlights of that one on ysn365.com. They ran the ball and they ran it well. A 50-26 win over Santa Rosa. Newman 50, Montgomery 7, Costa Grande 36, Creo 33. Lima 53, Hillsburg 0, El Molino 47, LC Allen 18, Annalee 55, Sonoma Valley 0. There's Montgomery with the coaching replacement of Marcelo Bautista just before the game on Friday. It was a tough day for the Vikings, and they'll regroup. Here comes the ball bounced out, and it's going to be a loss of a couple of yards for Burston. Dean Haskins, interim coach at Montgomery, the athletic director.
We see them this coming up week.
Casa versus Monty.
Yeah. You know, when they the coaching change, we don't really know what to expect, but our kids are going to battle, as well theirs, I'm sure. It's kind of a rivalry.
2nd and goal from the 3. Fumble. There comes Hammett. Ball popped out. Jace Griffey has it. 4th turnover for Contra Costa, and they come up empty. The shutout still alive. And Bear Cubs defense, you can tell they kind of want that shutout. He started to run just before he got it.
Yep.
And Jace Griffey got good penetration, dives on the fumble.
I got to think it comes down to these footballs being soaking wet and only having a certain amount to exchange. Look at Santa Rosa. Like I said, they have a bag full of them.
Pitch out to Jay Ferguson, trying to keep it east-west right now, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard out of that.
Yeah, they haven't had much success running the ball up the middle tonight.
That's going to be it for the 3rd quarter of play. Bear Cubs add 1 touchdown. They lead it 27-0 at the end of 3. The teams will flip sides, and we'll get ready to start the 4th quarter here at Santa Rosa Junior College's Bailey Field. We're heading for the 4th quarter. Santa Rosa up big. 27-0 over Contra Costa College. Dave Cox and John Antonio. John, I really appreciate you being here today, helping us out with the broadcast.
Appreciate you inviting me up to do it. Give me a chance to see the JC play. Some of the guys that have played for us there at Pioneer the last few years.
Shasta over Mendocino 55-0 as we get caught up on the scoreboard. El Camino 19, LA Harbor 0. That's also at the half. Riverside 31, Chaffee 0. That game is also at the half. Mitch Hood, pump fake, fires it out to Kurt Johnson at the 12. Nice move at the 15. He's to the 20. 1 man left. Back on defense. He's getting a little help from some blocking. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And it looks like he's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Bear Cubs.
What a play.
96 yards on the play. or 91 yards officially. That one will be called. No penalty markers. How about that?
Oh, wow. What a play. Kerr's first catch of the night, I believe. Goes and gets his.
He had one earlier. That was his second. But 91 yards, and a lot of that was what we call rack, right? Run after catch.
Right. Just a great job weaving through that defense.
Getting some downfield blocking, too. That really helped. One of the receivers getting down there and just kind of stock blocking and making sure that Bomani Bassett couldn't get off that block in time to get an angle on Kurt Johnson. He did touch him, but he couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, you know, Coach Javon Hurd very happy with the receiver blocking that he's been teaching.
Good snap, good kick, and it is good. Definitely going to want to look at that one again. Yeah, 34-0, 91 yards to Kurt Johnson, the former Annalene Tiger from Midhood, the former Sonoma Valley Dragon. Here it is again.
Mitch almost in the end zone.
That's 1, 2, 3 guys miss. Call that 4. Now it was all about speed and blocking, and there's that downfield block.
He sees that number 3 is going to try to get inside of him. Continues to move towards the sideline.
How about that?
Great job. Still making plays. That kid was a great high school football player. He continues it at the JC level.
Pedrosa's kick, taken at the 26. Lacey Kane has it. And Kane gets out past the 35 to the 37-yard line. Shutout still intact for the Bear Cubs at 34-0. Things get much tougher next week for Santa Rosa as they travel down to CCSF. There was a penalty marker down way back before the kick. Contra Costa elects to just take the football and call it good. Make him kick again? What do you do here? Nope, they're going to say, let's just take the football. You're happy right now just to get back on the bus and get warm.
Yeah, that's true.
At least that would be my way of thinking.
Still have 15 minutes.
Pass, Burston. And that one is incomplete. Intended for Mitchell. Wide out. Misfire that time. Yeah, and I think back to your point, seeing Burston kind of keep the ball a lot himself is probably one of the best things they can do today. Obviously, their biggest offensive play was his 22-yard run to the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
they really haven't turned him loose much.
When I was on the field in the pregame, I was watching him warm up, and he's a freak athlete. You can just see it, the way he walks, the way he is about himself. He just he struggled with a wet ball.
To the outside, another incomplete.
But like that right there is not on him. I mean, these receivers got to come down with the football. I know it's
there's been a lot of balls in people's hands today that they just haven't caught. And yeah, you can blame the weather or whatever, but you got to catch a few of those.
No, 10 has made plenty of plays. The receivers are dropping a lot of passes.
Third down. Burston rolling out.
There you go. And there's a hold.
And complete to Marquise Pippins. Penalty marker down.
2 of them.
Could be a very long fourth quarter if they continue to throw flags. Memo to the officials. Let it end.
Yeah, my feet are soaked. Looking forward to seeing Santa Rosa come back out on offense, see if they make any changes. We'll see IQ in the game a little bit. Fortuna. Tough kids up in Fortuna. Good football program.
Yeah, very proud of Fortuna Huskies.
The whole town comes out for their games. Here goes Brendan White. We've seen him on the field. First action of the night, really. Slide up top at the end.
Straight back to pass. Burston flushed. He's going to try to run. He's going to lose yardage. Healy Adi was there along with Tagialua.
Xavier Freeman in to return the punt here.
So Contra Costa will punt it away now with the clock rolling. Next live broadcast will be in 2 weeks.
There you go.
DVC game. That's a nice kick for Pippins. And it's caught by Xavier Freeman. They're handling Tiger. Some fresh blood into the game now, the Bear Cubs. See if Hood remains at quarterback.
Hood's in the huddle down here. Hood's coming back out there. Still wrong with their starters.
And they are going to take Mitch Hood out of the game right now. It's Zach Hugh.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they changed him out after Hood had taken the field. Handoff straight ahead. This might be Logan Francavilla with his first run of the day. 3 yards. Francavilla had a great high school career. Good season last year also for the Bear Cubs. He's missed most of the season this year with an injury, but he's back and ready to go.
Yeah, he's one tough kid. I coached with an all-star game one year. We had a lot of fun with him. He's a tough kid. Just runs the ball so hard.
Mix up in the backfield. Hugh ended up with it.
That's just a muddy mess right there, right where they're going to set the ball.
So 3rd and 10 after the loss. Clock's rolling, that's the good news.
That is good.
Francavilla bounces off some tacklers, and look at Logan run as he picks up 12 yards in the first down. Logan Francavilla showing some life on the ground. He is a tough runner. That's one thing he's saying about Logan. He keeps the feet chugging, he takes hits, and he gets positive yards.
He's just an old school football player. Runs downhill, nothing pretty, keeps his feet moving. liked watching him run the ball.
First and 10, Bear Cubs.
Hugh takes the snap, and here comes Francavilla again. Oh no, Hugh kept it that time. Great fake, faked me out. Penalty marker down. Hugh breaking a few tackles and ends up picking up about 3 yards. Thought for sure he had handed that one off to Logan Francavilla. He had not.
Another penalty.
So a holding call. This time is going to back up the Bear Cubs. 11 minutes and 7 seconds to go in this one. We've still got a long way to go. Game's approaching the 3-hour mark. Here comes Francavilla. This time he does hand it to him, and Logan is dragged down behind after a gain of about a yard. Keone Harris with a nice open field tackle.
Ball is spotted for 36.
Sure, Zach Hughes used to weather like this. They usually get towards the end of their year some muddy games up there in Fortuna. We were part of one a couple years ago. A couple feet of mud throughout the center of the field. He tore us up.
Here comes Francavilla straight ahead, big hole. Francavilla near midfield. As he rumbles for 16 yards, short of first down. Nice run for Logan. Logan may end up the leading ball carrier on the day.
Right here, just a little pull by Victor Maldonado. Puts his head around. Logan just takes the ball right up the gut.
With that run, now he has 3 carries and 31 yards, ties him with Jay Ferguson. So if he gets positive yardage on his next carry, he'll be the leading ball carrier for the Bear Cubs on the day. Modesto now leads College of Sequoia 41-10. That game is in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and about 4 yards to go. Here comes Francavilla. He'll have the first down and a little bit more as he gets down inside the 45 to 42-yard line. And now is the leading ball carrier on the day for the Bear Cubs, Logan Francavilla. He's like, yeah, I like it. Keep me going. Keep me running.
Keep giving him the football.
He's very good at finding the hole and cutting to that hole and keeping his feet going forward.
He's a one cut back. That's what, you know, that's why I like running backs, to make one cut, get downhill, run hard, keep your legs going. Same play.
And this time Contra Costa bottles him up in the backfield and drops him. Clock ticking now, approaching the 8-minute mark. Be a lot of wet, muddy, cold football players after this game, I'll tell you what.
Need some happy ones here in Santa Rosa.
2nd down and 9 for the Bear Cubs. Zach Hugh remaining at the quarterback position. And it's Hugh will keep this time. To the 35-yard line. The football pops out of bounds. That's a late penalty marker down. Boy, that squirted out of there.
Gained a few more yards on it.
Yeah, you're going to squirt it.
I think he's going to get a hold here. Pulls it. Looking upfield,
Watch this thing squirt out now, and it goes forward. Looks like they're going to actually pick the flag up.
Called a block in the back originally.
Thank you, guys.
Still delaying this game.
It's been kind of a ragged game, you could say.
Yeah.
Bear Cubs in control at 34-0. Zach Hugh at quarterback. Logan Francavilla, positive yardage, and guess what? Another penalty marker down. Francavilla wiggles his way all the way down to 23, but never going to get a hold on the Bear Cubs.
It's on Alex Lindley. Another Fortuna guy. Try to get the ball in Francavilla's hands again, probably on a screen.
Hugh's going to keep this one. I think he wanted to hand it off, but nobody was there, and Hugh ends up going down, unfortunately out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Keone Harris makes the tackle.
I think Keone Harris forgot that his team is down 34-0 right now.
Fourth down, Dalton Mullins will punt it away for the Bear Cubs.
Another El Cerrito player.
Dalton Mullins is in punt formation for the Bear Cubs.
Fair catch called for right at the 5-yard line. Not sure why you wouldn't let that bounce, but Dalton Mullins does it again. He's had a great day despite the weather today. His kicks have been on point.
Yeah, he's a great punter. I mean, where'd they steal him from? Another kid, he came out of Windsor. Did you say he was a soccer player? Or was that the kicker?
That's the kicker, yeah, Andros Pedroza.
Yeah.
But Mullins, yeah, he punted last year at Windsor High School.
Wow, what a punter.
He's good. Got a chance to do it at the next level, I would say, for sure.
Absolutely.
Maybe even the next level beyond that. Start getting paid. Hand off right side. Lacey Kane, and he's got a good yardage. He might even have a first down as Lacey Kane carries
Short
about 10 yards.
They call it
Let's see where they
first
spot that. Looking for their 5th first down, believe it or not.
Oh, second down.
That's tough. Stepped out just before he crossed the line. Kane's 3rd carry of the day. Spot this one down just shy of the 15-yard line. Burston remaining at quarterback with 6 minutes to go. Play clock winding down under 5.
Holy smokes.
And flags and whistles. Clock stopping at 5-3. To the false start against Contra Costa will back them up into a 2nd and 6. They might even pick up a first down now. Got a little work to do. Handoff, Lacey Kane again, and this time they get to him and drop him. Nice job getting to the point of attack by Ryan Frazier out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Where do they get these guys?
Yeah, they just, I know Coach Wagner told me he gets emails daily from guys all around the country wanting to play JC ball. That's the thing, the beauty about having junior college football. Guys who don't qualify for four-year schools get an opportunity to continue to play, get their education, and then maybe move on and play their last 2-3 years of college football.
And really, the state of California really has most of the junior college. It's called community college. In most cases, Santa Rosa is one of the few true junior colleges still, but community college football is huge in the state of California.
Yeah.
Not the case around the country. There aren't many JCs or community colleges outside of California. So a 4th down for Contra Costa as they're going to have to punt again.
Frank Avila getting his helmet back on.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy you like in this situation. Keep the clock rolling. Stay between the tackles. Pippins will have to punt this one from his own end zone. The Bear Cubs are not going to send anybody deep. Play clock might have expired there, which is going to back him up even further. It's going to make it an interesting kick for Mr. Pippins.
Yeah, they haven't had very many good snaps tonight, so.
A decent one, and nobody back, so this was just going to roll and roll and stop at the 49-yard line. So Santa Rosa has to maybe just kind of run the clock out a little bit right here. What do you think, Coach?
I mean, they want to get out of here just as bad as anybody else. They're going to grind this one out. I think we're about to see Tyler Yama.
I haven't seen him take many snaps this year.
Nope.
Former Piner prospector.
Yeah, we got him as a senior. Him and Tony Martinoli shared time at quarterback. Both played receiver.
We have a new running back in the ball game now. Willie Lepori out of Tamales High School. Snap never got there, and it looks like it is picked up by Dante Clary of Contra Costa. So Comets get about 45 yards on that exchange after the punt and then the fumble. Snap never got out. I don't know what happened that time, but it never made it to its target. It's happened a few times today to the Bear Cubs.
Yeah.
First and 10 from the 48-yard line. 49-yard line, I'll call it. Cameron Burston and the Contra Costa Comets. Burston fires this one right on target. Nice catch in space. Mitchell down to the 26-yard line, one of the better throws on the day. They pick up 24 yards on that one. Longest pass play of the day by far for the Comets.
Good job. Get that ball out quick.
He fired out. You can see his arm strength on that one.
Yeah.
minutes to go. Burston to throw again. Wobbly, but Mitchell has it. Did he keep his feet inbounds? Yes, he did at the 13-yard line. Pick up 13 more yards. All of a sudden, Contra Costa's passing game comes to life. A pretty ball, but it was on target. Rolling out now, Burston dumps it off to Mitchell, and he is hit and hit hard. Wow, Tuaefa, Justin Tuaefa out of Piner, nails him and keeps him in bounds, so the clock will continue to roll. 5-yard pickup on the play. Second down. Second and 6 from the 10. Contra Costa trying to get in the end zone for the first time today. And Pippins can't hang on. Chris James was the defender that time for Santa Rosa. You know, it's probably important to these guys right now. They got a chance to shut these guys out. They'd probably like to do it.
Yeah, that's important to them.
Giving up just 11 points per game this year. Third down. Back to pass, Burston rolling right. He's going to keep this, and he goes down. Miles Gardia got to him and takes him down for a loss. So 34-0 Santa Rosa. Can they pitch the shutout? That's the only question now left to answer.
You got a fourth down.
Fourth down. This will be Contra Costa's perhaps their last shot at it, getting some points today. Side coach Alonzo Carter is going to keep the offense out there and try to make it 6. Doubt they have much of a field goal kicking game.
Yeah.
Field's kind of drying out a little bit. Still some muddy patches, but they're in a pretty good spot right now. Burston looking to throw. Fires it. Incomplete. No marker. Pass was intended for Willie Williams. Coverage that time provided by Kendall Grier out of Locust, Georgia for the Bear Cubs. And Santa Rosa takes back over with a chance to run out the clock and complete the shutout. Zach Hugh remaining at quarterback.
Just tell Contra Costa's ready to get back on that bus.
I'll see if they can get the snap here and maybe get Willie Lepore a couple handoffs here out of Tomales High School. Here he comes, straight ahead, Lepore to the 17-yard line. Tomales, very proud program, great history out there. Playing 8-man football now.
Yeah, I just saw Leon Feliciano getting inducted to the Marin County Hall of Fame. Congratulations to him.
A lot of the smaller schools have gone to 8-man football now. It's kind of fun to watch, actually.
Yeah.
Second and 7. Lepore got 3 on that handoff. 2:20 to go. Here comes Willie Lepore again, and this time he is bottled up and dropped for a loss of a yard. Well, the Comets lost a helmet. And it looks like Contra Costa has just taken a timeout. Poses the question, why?
Yeah. Just thinking the same exact thing.
They had some issues with personnel. There was a couple guys coming off the field. I'm not really sure what was going on, but coach obviously, you know, it's not a strategy timeout. He just wanted to talk to his players, perhaps, and not sure what he's.
What he could possibly be telling them down.
Could have waited for the bus ride, I think.
Yeah. Maybe that's what he's telling them. You guys get on the bus, I'll drive myself home.
So here we go, 3rd down. Bear Cubs need 7 yards for a 1st down. And off to Lapore. He's not going to get there. He does get to the 20-yard line. Dalton Mullins will punt it away. Are you kidding me? Contra Costa just took another timeout. What?
We all want to be here later, don't we?
Oh my goodness. We're at the 3 hour and 15-minute mark. This one's got started just a couple minutes past the hour of 5 o'clock. Dalton Mullins to kick it away with 1:50 to go. The comments are just saying, come on, we got to get some points. We didn't come all the way up here to get shut out. Fair catch called for by Cameron Heath at the 45-yard line. 55 yards away from putting points on the board. The Contra Costa Comets determined to try to make something happen here. At a certain point, you kind of just throw in the towel, right? I mean,
You just want to get out of there injury-free, you know.
And it's not like things have been going right for them all night. They've been close. It's just kind of been one-sided for the most part.
1st down, Contra Costa. Swing pass, incomplete. And that will stop the clock with 1:40 to go. Run 25, 30 more plays at that rate.
Yeah. Thanks to the comments.
Second and 10 for Contra Costa. Straight back to pass. Hurston hit as he throws, and that'll be an incomplete pass with 1 minute and 34 seconds to go in the ball game. Third and 10, Contra Costa. Hurston will keep this time. And we got markers down. And he stepped out of bounds with 1 minute and 27 to go. Modesto now up 48-10 over Sequoias. That game is in the 4th quarter. Merced 34, Hartnell 0 at halftime. Only call against Contra Costa. I'm declining every penalty now. I'm just make that down marker keep flipping over. Make it 3rd and 20. High snap, Burston. Just try to make something of it. And he goes down back at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, for the most part, most of their positive plays have been on broken plays.
James Tolliver makes the tackle that time for the Bear Cubs. Annalee High School. Great mix of local talent and guys from out of the area on this Bear Cub team.
Yep.
And a 4th down, so they'll have to punt it away with 45 seconds and ticking left in this game. Tough night for Contra Costa College. Started in the rain, and it's like they are going to get shut out today, barring some kind of a miracle here in the last 20 seconds. They're going to let this tick all the way down and take a delay of game with 14 seconds left. Ten-second runoff on that one, so the clock is going to go down to 4 seconds. And this should be the final snap right here. They won't even get it off. That is the ball game. It is a final. Santa Rosa wins it 34-0. And they are now 6-0. That's the good news. Bear Cubs, I think they're going to hurt their #1 ranking in Northern California, #3 in the state. Wasn't pretty, but it's a convincing win, and you'll take that at this point, I think.
A win's a win, especially in this weather. Getting out of here healthy with the W. Moving on, you got a tough game next week with San Francisco.
Riverside looks like they're going to remain undefeated. They're up 45-0 right now, so things should remain pretty steady in terms of the state rankings. But the Bear Cubs certainly are going to remain #1 in Northern California with this 34-0 victory. And they pitched a shutout. You know, their defense was dominant. It was not an easy game to defend because of the conditions and the athletes and just the kind of raggedness of the way Contra Costa played. But the Bear Cubs did a pretty good job of staying disciplined and making plays on defense.
Right, absolutely. And, you know, that defense is so tough. And the offense holding their own also, you know, here. So, I mean, their run game wasn't that on point early on. Eventually able to make some passes, keep them in scoring position. And it was a good game all around for Santa Rosa.
So there's your final, 34-0. That's going to do it for us. I want to thank the crew today, doing a great job. Director Martin Cornfield, keeping everything together. Michael Barabelt on graphics, Forrest Murnane, and Nate Cox on camera.
Looking down on the
just
field.
Overall, just a great job by everybody today. Dale Watkins doing the replays, of course, our super intern. So we'll see you again in a couple weeks with more Bear Cup football. They're on the road next week at CCSF. We'll be back here for the big DVC game if they can get by CCSF. That's going to be a huge one right here at Bailey Field, 5 o'clock on the 29th. Check that one out right here on ysn365.com. Until then, I'm Dave Cox saying goodbye from Bailey Field.